Hi guys. It's been a couple of days. I did these by myself. I need some practice, but I feel like they're good enough for work. Um, Today I signed up for swimming lessons for myself. I signed up for swimming lessons for my son because he had them when he was really young, and then because of all the moves and stuff, and then COVID, I didn't get him back into classes, and now he's 11, and it's important for me to get him into things like swimming because I kind of feel like it's things that I didn't get to do when I was younger. And so I'm fully invested in making sure that my son is exposed to as many things as possible. And so that when he becomes an adult, he doesn't, one, feel like he missed out on anything, but he's exposed to so many things that then he can choose the path that he wants to choose and choose the things that are right for him because he knows. He's not choosing from a place of ignorance or a place of, oh, I've never done that before. Anyways, believe it or not, I did 5 years of swimming in high school. So I went to high school in Jamaica. I went to Holy Child High School, and swimming was PT for us. And swimming was always on the agenda. So every I think it was like every half term you had a different sport, but you always had swimming. So I literally had 5 years of swimming. Can I swim? Yes, I can swim laps across a shallow pool, but put me in deep water and I am scared. Even when I walk out into the ocean and the water comes about here and then I go here, I start to feel just this nervousness and just scaredness, right? And so the problem is I never learned to tread water and I never fully learned to float on my back. And then over time, and I think that there's things that probably happen to make me feel this way, but over time, just this fear of if I dive into the water, I won't know what to do because I don't know how to tread water, which is crazy because I know how to swim. So you'd think it would click in my head and be like, bitch, swim. But I figured I'm never too old to learn. So I'm going to get some swimming lessons and, to brush up on my skills and to get better. And I'm teaching my son how to swim. I want us to be on the beaches this summer and I want to swim with him. Anyways, let me tell y'all about the time since my no swimming ass got manhandled by a little current in San Antonio. So I was stationed in San Antonio, I think like 2016 to 2019. But one of the summers I went tubing with one of my friends, a couple of my friends, and tubing is the thing to do in San Antonio in the summertime. Anyways, so we're having a good time. We're drinking our drinks, and the tubing is going fine. And so there's like an attendant standing there, and he says, there's gonna be a kind of like a dip and kind of like a rush of a current at one specific point of the path. And so I was aware that it was coming up, and I thought that I was prepared for it. And I guess I wasn't. So we're relaxed. I'm bracing for this, but he said it was a small current. Okay. And people need to stop describing things as small or big or whatever, because small is relative to the person experiencing it. Okay. And when I tell you that I watched my friends go through, and then when it was my turn to go through, we're all sitting in our tubes. This current flipped me over and I instantly panicked. So it flipped me over out of my tube, and then my tube got away from me, and it kind of like spun me a couple of times. And so it's one of those lakes where you can feel parts of the bottom, but you can't feel the bottom. So it has varying depths. And the rocks that were kind of like on the side, when it flipped me over, it like busted up my knee. So I'm instantly in pain. It's bleeding. And I'm panicking. I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to drown. I can't get to my tube. And then I'm trying to stand up, but like I'm not gripping any surfaces. I can feel parts of surfaces kind of like brushing my feet. But like I said, there's like varying depths. So I keep falling when I think that I'm going to step on a surface, because everybody's like, it's not that deep. But baby, it was deep because it was deeper. It was taller than me. If it is above me, then it is deep. So it twists me over. My knee is like bruised up, like it really like hit my knee. It's bleeding, and I'm trying for dear life to step on something. So I would step on something and then go under, and I'm just like, oh my God, is this the moment where I drown? Completely forgot that I could swim. I completely forgot that I could swim because it wasn't shallow water and I wasn't touching the bottom, but I can swim. My fear with deep water is if I'm swimming and I get tired, and since I don't know how to tread water and I can't float on my back, then I'm going to drown. But in this instance, there is enough time for me to swim to my tube. And so my friend says, like, she's like, everybody thinks that I'm just faking, I'm just having fun. So there's a bunch of people out there and they're just like kind of laughing. And while I'm struggling for my life trying to get to the side, so I somehow made it over to like the side of like the banks. And like my friends, like, you know, they pushed the tube over to me, and we were like, and I got back in and my knee is so messed up, right? And this is like the beginning of the tubing. There's no going back. So you have to go the whole way. I have to go the whole way with my busted up knees. And I was like, what the hell? Like, this was so horrible. Why was nobody helping me? And she's like, I think they all thought that, you know, you were having fun or whatever. And she's like, at the very last minute before they got my tube back to me, she did see one guy jump in like he was going to head to me. But that would have been a terrible fucking way to die. Like, you are begging, fighting for your life, and people are laughing, thinking that you're having fun. I hate that. I hate that for me. But every time, like, so after we got out of the tube and, you know, my knees all busted up and everything, and I thought about it, I was just like, girl, why didn't you just fucking swim? And I think often in life, and I apologize for the profanities, if anybody's surprised by that, I do curse, and I mean no offense. But yeah, I think often in life, sometimes we forget the skills that we have because we are panicking in a situation that we didn't expect. And reflex and pivoting takes practice. I've definitely learned that a lot now that I'm in the military, but yeah, that's my story. I definitely thought at the time the headlines were gonna read airmen went tubing and did not come home. Like, it was crazy. The way that that current man handled me, you'd think that I was dating her man and she found out and now she wanted to whoop my ass. But the important thing is I survived, and the lesson from that is sometimes try not to panic in a moment, or panic but have some sense about myself. Anyways, your girl signed up for some swimming lessons with her son. My first lesson's on Saturday, and I'll let you guys know all about it. I hope you're having a good week so far. Talk to you soon. Bye.